On today's live super mega chat Grapple Power Hour, we are talking about Dijak. He has left the WWE. Forbidden Door is this weekend, and the ratings came out. I'm JB. Next to me, the best Chris in all of wrestling podcast, Mr. Chris Dredd, and we are live. Please do not say fuck or bugger. Bollocks, I said it already. What's going on, bro?
Mate, hectic fucking because we're both sort of was busy this week and had bits going on. But we had to get one in this week, right? We had to try and sneak a little.
We're only 51 minutes late, so
that's fine.
Yeah,
that's on me though. I had some business. Yeah, I mean, a businessman. I'm going to business shit.
businessman. Yeah,
Like I'm a businessman. You get me? I literally I've been working since until 10:15.
Yeah.
I got back home got back home about 10:20. Got set up on the computer, made myself a cup of tea, and here we are. So it's all on me.
So, what do we want to talk about? Sorry, Cody. Gimmick infringement. Let's start at the top. The biggest news out there at the minute. Dijak, whatever you want to call him, he's gone. His contract is up tomorrow, I believe, or the 28th, as you want to go with, and he ain't going to be back. I can see a couple of problems here. I already see that, people are upset. It's online discourse. It's always going to be. People are upset. However, I don't see. I know he's good. We like him. He's good. He's a good wrestler. But how is he improving the show?
Well, I mean, people are always going to get funny when people that they like are not on the show anymore. Yeah. But like you say, it's got to have a net positive, on the show. He's 37 years old.
Yeah, this was the point I was going to make. He's 37. I imagine WWE would have offered him the same deal he's got, or maybe a shade lower. Do you take it? Of course you fucking do. You're 37.
Maybe
everyone wants to bet on themselves, so I get it. He wants to be in a bigger spot than where he is. He could essentially show up at Forbidden Door this weekend. It's very predictable if he does. What are they going to do? Rerun him and Keith Lee? When was the last time Keith Lee was on TV? I don't know, bro. I'm not as upset as the rest of the world on this one.
No, I'm not. It's one of them things. It is what it is. He's going to end up getting a bit of the money marks money, though, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he'll do the rounds on the indie circuit for sure.
AEW being the $1 billion indie,
the big indie, yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I think he'll do quite well. He'll do well in TNA. Everyone will.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. we have a. Ah, there we go. Yeah. See, with our first comment, shout out to the man in the room. Here he is.
Oh, the pickle. I owe you a call back, Matty. But the thing is, though, as well, right? You're a fucker because I saved the message that you sent me. He left me a voice message, and I
know.
Yeah, it made me feel good because it took me back to a time where we was actually wrestling. He cut a promo on me in my inbox, and I saved it because I need to come back, and I will be doing a video comeback for Matthew Diamond D.
Oh dear.
So there will be a video promo coming straight back at you. Soon come.
But yeah, the point is very much the same. It's he's 37 and he won't move a needle. I agree, he won't move a needle, and it's a shame on it to a point, but yeah, 37.
there's big shit popping off. But who are people looking to tune in on WWE at the moment?
Here we go. Here we go. Here's something. Just said it. He would be awesome in TNA.
Yeah, absolutely.
I said at the beginning of the year, TNA was going to have a bigger and better year than AEW. I mean, it's probably not happening yet, but signings like this,
bro, I don't know, man.
man.
TNA already have had a better year than AEW, just for the fact that you've had the gal who's the Tour de France gal in WWE already, Jordan Grace. You've had Jordan Grace already on there. You've had Joe Hendry already showing up on NXT. We've had Christopher. What's his name? Not Christopher Daniels. Fuck. He was in the tag team with Christopher Daniels. He was on.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Kazarian. Yeah,
Kazarian. Yeah, so he was in. TNA have already had a great year of visibility with WWE. Things are getting better. Joe Hendry's going to be on NXT more. Things are popping off, dude. Frankie, that's it. Yeah, Frankie Kazarian. Frankie Matty. TNA already is having a better year than WWE. And who do people want to see? Yes, just in time. Big up yourself, bruv. We was hoping to get that American viewership up if we go a little bit later today, and it's happening.
Just in time, 211. A wonderful, co-host in his own right. I've seen plenty of his
Absolutely.
Stuff. Awesome shit. Justin, what is up, man? Great to hear from you. Really glad that you've tuned in, even if it's just for a minute or two. And the point has been echoed again. TNA.
That's right.
Is it meant to be? Or are we all just gassing ourselves up for him to show up at Forbidden Door and just it'd be really shit?
Look, we're not N Power, yeah. That's not why we're gassing, right? At the end of the day, it's great that there's other places for these guys to go, and the fact that people unanimously go TNA's a viable place for people to go and do stuff because they've seen people from that platform able to go to WWE and do stuff, which is great. At this point, Dijak, people are tuning in for other stuff in WWE, like Dom getting snogged and stuff.
Yeah, true.
He could have some bangers, Dijak, in TNA. There's plenty of people he could have some good slobber knockers with,
Yeah, he doesn't necessarily have a super high ceiling here. He could probably get what he wants out of. I mean, he could get what he wants out of Tony, couldn't he? It's pretty obvious. It's easy.
Couple of rails, and anyone can get anything they want out of Tony.
Yeah, just invite him round for a party, and
trust me, mate.
Walk out with a contract.
Fucking get on that cuff, son. We're on the packet, son. Let's go. You'd be here like a shot.
My. Yeah.
Fucking bugle boy.
It seems pretty unanimous in the chat anyway. Like, get him to TNA. Let's have it. Get a 6-sided ring out. Fuck it. Bring it to the UK as well.
Can I just a quick one? Can I click the comments and they show up, or can you only do that as the master of the universe?
I have no idea, my man.
Can I try and click something?
Finding this shit out. Yeah, go on. What are you clicking?
I'm trying to click a comment to show it up on the thing, but it's not working.
Okay.
So you'll have to touch it. There you go.
Is it that one? Yeah.
Yes, it is that one.
Oh, man, Josh Alexander. That is some good shit. I'm actually hoping for a Josh Alexander, Ethan Page reunion in NXT. The North was a banging tag team, and oh man, like don't guess. Like we're doing it again. We're getting too far ahead of ourselves. We are less than 10 minutes in, and Chris's penis has been referenced in the chat.
That's right.
Damn. Do I have to show it?
Yeah, you can show it. Yeah, go for it.
I like the idea of those matches, Justin. I really do. Chris, that's your penis.
That's right.
yeah, I don't know what Dijak against Chris's penis. I'm not sure.
That freshly.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. His parsnip has been buttered by Dijak to TNA.
Just mention TNA to me and parsnip is buttered, bro. Like I am a huge I've never stopped being a fan of TNA. I've always believed people believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in TNA, I always have. And I always believed that it was a viable alternative to WWE and had a place in the wrestling landscape. But now we're seeing again that, you know, it is a viable place and it can do business. It was just a shame that it didn't have that visibility for so long. It didn't have the mainstream eyes on it, but it still had that core people that were paying attention to it, and people still held it in sort of a high regard, which is great.
Well, it's something we actually missed because we recorded just before that NXT last week. And it's an important question that we've just got to ask ourselves. You know, how do you feel?
I thought that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think the way it was done, it works. People are too marky about this shit, right? The fact is,
Millions of views online. Millions. Sorry, I'm taking a massive
Joe
drink
Hendry,
here. Don't take the
yeah,
piss.
Joe Hendry got the best introduction he could possibly get to NXT in exactly what happened to him. He made a big entrance of it, sung the song, jumped in the ring, got eliminated fucking immediately, and then started moaning at people and going in to see Shawn Michaels and doing this and doing that. He got more exposure there in doing what happened than what he's going to be in the match for fucking, you know, he's got to be in the Rumble to get. He got more visibility doing what he did than a lot of people that were actually in that.
I really loved the look when he just walked out. There's a little bit of a sly smirk on his face, and that
Beautiful.
it's almost like I'm fucking here. Like this is
Beautiful.
This is the shit.
But the thing is, that is wrestling, dude. The guy is. Did you hear the crowd? He's fucking over. He didn't have to do a clothesline. He didn't have to do a fucking flip.
That's
he
money,
didn't have
money.
Is fucking money, dude. And from what? From pure entertainment, dude. From pure entertainment. From writing catchy songs, cussing people, and just being a funny bastard. Yes, he's a big dude. He looks the part as well. That's fine. Who's a bigger draw? Right? Answer this question.
Okay.
Who's a bigger draw, Joe Hendry or Will Ospreay at the moment?
Well, if you're looking at social media clicks, then obviously it is Joe Hendry. Will Ospreay did not have a song in the UK charts, and I don't think he ever will. Joe Hendry is making the absolute best of his abilities, and there's two things to answer before we go into it. We go into Wolverhampton to believe in Joe Hendry in person. I don't think so. I genuinely don't think so.
When is it?
However, I'm not. He'll probably remind us exactly when it is, or he'll cut a promo on you and leave it in your voicemails.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
He's entered the chat. He's fucking entered the chat. He's on YouTube. What the fuck?
We need to take a break for a minute, because this is completely out of character. He is in the chat. He is here.
This is fucking awesome.
Takes himself. Jesus wept, man. What do we do? Do we I'm flustered. What do we? He's here.
I don't know. He's. Oh,
we said his name and he appeared.
Oh, say his name and he will appear. TW takes and he's in his ear.
Aren't they the same person? Dude. Is he talking about Joe Hendry and Will Ospreay? They're the same person. Because they're British.
That's fucking racist, fam. That is racist. What? Just because they're from the same island, yeah? They're the same person. Racialistic, bro.
Couple of weeks, Wolverhampton. Couple of weeks. I still gonna say
I got family in Wolves, bro. Well, I could maybe try and make a little road trip up there.
Penguin blue waving tear. Does that make sense to you?
blue wave into.
Yeah, that's gonna. You're gonna have to explain that one, bro. I don't know what it means, but you know,
Is that if you
What?
say it in a certain accent, it says something?
I don't know. I mean, we could have you going through your accent like Rolodex to see what comes up, but you know.
Yeah, I mean that's like something, you know, if you're going to drop off a microfilm to like a Russian spy,
If you're having a
that'd be
drink,
like the
use a
code
coaster,
word.
yeah? If you're
Fuck
having
yeah,
a drink,
dude.
use a coaster. Hang on, wait. Playing.
Look the same to me. Right.
Boring white
I
guys.
mean,
There we go. Boring white guys.
that's racist. What? All white people look the same, yeah? Was that?
Cameron's. Oh, it's not Cameron's Britain. It's Sunak's Britain, fam.
Sunak's Britain,
But
fam.
I was waiting for him to show up in the chat so I could show him one of these. I still have them. And I don't know if these will come up. They're pretty shiny and weird, but look at that as well. Promo in this man's podcast. He needs to do more of them.
My son loves wearing his t-shirts still.
Yeah, I still got them t-shirts. T-shirts are
My,
good.
my,
You know?
my boy's constantly nicking the TW Takes t-shirts because he said they're soft. He likes them.
That is Oh, here we go. Sorry. This is what happens when we're live. Yes, it is fire. Here we go. This is something we asked last time. Does anyone care about Forbidden Door? It is this weekend. There are a lot of matches on that show. Some matches you might care about, some you couldn't give a fuck about. Is Forbidden Door just a pointless exercise now? Especially when Moxley is the world champion of the other company. It's not really that forbidden, is it?
Bro, when anyone, honestly, and if you say Moxley to me, I instantly just switch off. Like the geezer he just fucking bores me, bro. Like, I tell you what, yeah, Dean Ambrose is better than John Moxley, 100%.
I kind of like Moxley. He's not. I do wish they would do better with him on these AEW shows, but I can say that about almost everyone. You know, I am fully hoping and expecting Jeff Jarrett to win that Owen Hart Cup.
Bro, is there fucking 12 matches on this card?
I believe so.
Jesus Christ. Right. You got fucking Tanahashi Moxley, right?
Oh no, that's Naito, sorry, and Moxley for the IWGP.
No, Tanahashi. It says John Moxley Tanahashi.
That might have been last year.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sunday, June the 26th. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So where's this one then?
Moxley and Naito are going for the title there, the IWGP. Tanahashi is teaming with two of the Acclaimed to take on the Elite. Good Lord, give me strength.
I mean, I saw that and I was like, fuck off.
The match that really like stood out to me was Orange Cassidy and Zack Sabre Jr. Like, fucking hell. You couldn't put two more boring people together for a match. Right. And they will clap their asses off for it. They'll be cheering about how awesome it is. You know, fight forever. I'm sure that one will come up. But my God, those two are dull as fuck. I cannot get into that sort of nonsense. But more interested in Rev Pro, Matt. Is that for this weekend or I can't remember? Like,
yeah, Moxley, I think it is.
Moxley can bleed like no other. Yeah, he did a massive like sort of blade job at Bloodsport in Japan, didn't he? And then he cut some like really rambling promo, which just had massive signs of CTE around it, concussions. That's all I wish is that Moxley wouldn't do such ridiculous matches where he, sounds really rough afterwards. Justin is feeling 80% don't care, 20% care for Forbidden Door. I think that's just how they're doing it now. That is just exactly how they're doing it now. It is, very much, it's too much rinse and repeat. I know that other companies could be accused of that as well, but they have definitely found their niche and they're sticking to it / with it. And they're in that period that we said a couple of years ago where they're just rinsing their hardcore fan base. $50 for a pay-per-view. I guess, I'm not certain. I know, Chris will probably order it or something, but Chris, you're muted, mate. Your mic's not connected. What is going on? We are live and we are having technical issues. Oh shit! This means I've got to talk on my own until he goes. There he is. He's back with us.
I'm back. I should be back, right?
You are back. Yes.
Hello.
What were you saying there? I said that you were probably buying Forbidden Door.
No, I don't think so, mate. I'd rather fucking shove, something up my arse. At the end of the day, like, they are again just catering to a certain demographic. There's too many matches on the card. Too many of them don't mean anything. There's no. I still stick to the fact that there is no booking. It's no booking. It's not put together for whatever reason. It's literally just fucking let's try and chuck these dream matches together who we think people want to see.
But who in their right minds was dreaming of Jack Perry, Mark Briscoe, Takeshita, Leo Rush, Dante Martin in a ladder match? Who was dreaming of that?
That's what I'm trying to say. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, that's an acid trip, that is, for sure. No one was asking for that. And that's pretty much it. Too many titles. I made a suggestion.
I said too many titties for a second.
No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe need more titties on the show. I don't know. I
thought you said too many titties for a second there, Matty. Sorry.
I made the suggestion in the week about getting rid of some of the titles and replacing it with a super mega cruiserweight championship. They've got so many of these smaller guys. Would they be accused of leaning into WCW too much if they did that?
I mean, I don't think they can copy WCW any more than they already are, with their sort of the logos and everything like that. So, I mean, ultimately, they're going to do what they're going to do. But I mean, yeah, it makes sense to have like a. Do they have like a cruiserweight title?
No, they don't. They just have the every other title they could think of, apart from using the word cruiserweight. Everyone else, has a championship, I guess. At one point, Eddie Kingston had 3, and there's internationals and
fucking
inter whatevers, and it's a mess. TNT title, which is vacant. I think that's the one that's vacant because of Edge and his cage jumping antics. I mean, the term Forbidden Door itself
his leg is weird, fucked, right? Bro.
Yes, did see the picture. But yeah,
everything they do is corny, bro. To me,
I'm not gonna go say it's corny, but like it's the part where people within the ever wonderful IWC will try and tell you that it's the first time anyone's ever leaned into a Forbidden Door suggestion. You don't have to go that far back to see, prohibited portals and whatnots. WCW were doing that shit with New Japan years ago. Like, why should... look who's here. Forbidden doors should remain closed. Mr. Lewis, we appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming through. Forbidden doors should remain closed. Probably. It's done nothing for New Japan. New Japan should probably try and back out of that deal. I don't know how CMLL feel about it. They seem to be doing okay.
Mate, anything... No, but that's the thing. Anything that AEW has done with another company, they end up shitting all over the other company. They did stuff with NWA with the women and ended up shitting on them. They do stuff with TNA and they end up shitting all over their workers. They're doing stuff with the Japanese. They end up shitting all over them. It's a completely different... It's like a fucking abusive relationship when you do anything with AEW. Like, Tony Khan's a fucking dickhead. But then when you do stuff with WWE and TNA, like, WWE's giving them a proper... They're letting them, like, do stuff. But when you do stuff with AEW just... And Tony Khan, they just shit all over you, mate. TNA did stuff with them, and they just made them look like fucking knobs. They went on their own show and, like, shit all over their champion. It's like... There's no respect.
Matt is heading to bed, but he wanted to stop in and say hi. Thank you, Matt. We do appreciate that. Thank you for dropping in. Have a good sleep, mate. Where were we with with AEW? God, Forbidden Door.
The Forbidden Doors.
It's on, isn't it? Yeah, like even the story sort of surrounding Tony Storm, Mariah May, and Shirakawa. Like, it's like a weird love triangle thing. It's funny because it's the stuff that AEW fans would probably accuse WWE of overdoing and overcooking, but who are we to call anyone a hypocrite
when they do it? But that's what I'm saying. It's always hypocritical with them. It's always hypocritical when you've got... If you had anything like that in WWE, like two women kissing each other, it's creepy, it's misogynistic, it's blah blah blah. It happens in AEW, and it's like everyone's fucking getting boners over it, and it's like, dude, it's fine to like... If you like seeing that, that's fine. But just when you see it somewhere else, don't shit on it. Like, just don't be a prick. But they just can't. There's always hypocritical. Always.
Well, let's... I mean, it seems like nobody cares about Forbidden Door in this chat anyway. So let's talk about something else. Something else that popped up just this evening because it is Thursday. It is always fun to talk about because people get really upset about it. I mean, last week it would have been 502 or whatever, wouldn't it? And
it was 502,000 last week.
It broke the internet, because I mean, the excuses were wonderful, though, weren't they? The Olympic trials were on; everybody was watching it. Were they? I think there was a concert on Amazon as well, wasn't there, or something?
To me, right? Right. This is my idea on this. Okay. If, and this sort of proves the point this week. So the lead in for this week's show, was it the Big Bang Theory again?
Yes, Big Bang Theory is back. Yes. Last week it wasn't. It was Black Panther.
Right.
It shouldn't be that complicated. It shouldn't be.
No, but the thing is, though, they're openly... We're seeing a pattern, okay? We're seeing a pattern that every time you've got that lead in of the Big Bang Theory, you've got people that literally are watching the Big Bang Theory and then they go grab a drink or whatever when it finishes, and the channel, for whatever reason, is still on AEW, right? And then when they realise, or they've fucking grabbed their phone, they've sat on their phone for a little bit, and they go, oh, why the fuck is this shit on now? And they switch over, right? How you can pride yourself on these numbers when you know that the only reason you're getting these numbers is because the show, people that were watching the show before haven't bothered turning the TV over yet. Like it's every week, and people just accept. It's like, oh yeah, well, they get them viewers because people are watching the Big Bang Theory, like before it, and it's like, yeah, but they're not wrestling fans. They switch off straight away within 15, 20 minutes of the show being on.
Yeah, the
It's
wrestling
got
fans
a lot of the time it has very little.
Stay, and you see that, yeah. But
Yeah,
it's very much a
consistently.
crutch. It's a massive walking stick they are using, every week, and having something different
to inflate their numbers. Yeah. And when it doesn't happen, we're seeing the true numbers.
Yeah, it was a huge kick in the bollocks for them to not have Big Bang Theory last week, and it showed because that. And also, I wouldn't be that impressed when a show starts at, for instance, what the Big Bang Theory might do, say 900,000 viewers, and then within 20 minutes, a couple 100,000 have just tuned out. Like, you shouldn't be celebrating that. You should be hoping your show should be good enough that your rating should should get a bump for being on. And it's not, they're losing, it's that's that funny little slope. They're losing viewers by the quarter hour. And it's very odd to see them celebrate champion, these sort of numbers. I don't know.
Yeah, because we know.
In an ideal world, they'd get 1 million viewers every week.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Even that 680,000 viewers, what is that? That's total viewers over the show. But I guarantee 150,000 of them switched over at least within 15, 20 minutes.
Well, there's no
people just going, oh shit.
They don't get the quarter hour breakdowns yet until next week. So yeah, I mean, it's just very disappointing. I don't think they're promoting Swerve Strickland very well as world champion. That's sort of bothering me. So if they were doing it on the posters and stuff, they were sticking him and Will Ospreay low down, towards the bottom of the poster, and then promoting things like 8-man tags that nobody gives a fuck about the people in the match. It's very heavy on Kyle O'Reilly, which I don't think is going to work. Hey Justin, I mean, it's true, isn't it? AEW do need to realize that they're not putting on quality enough TV to keep people watching, and I mean, Forbidden Door will not draw any new viewers to it. It will keep their regular hardcores. I mean, and by that I mean the same people you see in the same spots in the arenas, especially for pay-per-view. You see the same faces. I know WWE has those guys that sit in the front row, with the green shirt and the Trinidad flag and whatever, what have you. But there's only a few of them. There's not as many of them as there is of these AEW hardcore fans that are always in the front row or two, for or around the ring for every pay-per-view. It is not enough to keep people interested.
The thing is, Justin's right, but the thing is, Justin, right? They won't realize it because they don't care. Because AEW and the man that's running it doesn't care about getting new viewers. He doesn't care. He's quite happy burning money and pissing into the wind because what he's doing, he likes it, and all the people around him, all his yes men, and all the demographic that they're all on Twitter saying, "Oh, Tony's the best booker in the world. He's fucking Booker of the Year again," and blah blah blah. They're all blowing smoke up his ass, telling him that he's the fucking greatest thing since sliced bread. When we all know that he's not the Booker of the Year. Anyone who knows anything about wrestling can watch their product and go, "This is fucking horseshit," and it's not going to bring those casuals in. Or people from elsewhere to come and watch it. Then they're not getting drawn in by the product. But that's not the intention of AEW. They don't care. They don't want to draw new viewers. If they did, they would be doing different stuff with the booking. They'd be trying to, they've bought in sort of your Mercedes Monets or whatever, and but they're just not, it's not working, it's not clicking, it's not going to draw those extra people in, but they don't care. They never have, they never will, because as long as Tony Khan's at the helm of that company, which he always will be, he'll be booking it for that internet smart Japanese wrestling fan who, booking for himself. Exactamundo. That is exactly what he's doing. And he always will do that. He's not, he's not going to be booking for those to draw viewers. He's booking for himself. Pretty much. And all the people in his ear.
I mean, that comment from Justin. I mean, if that comment was put out on, for instance, on Twitter today, on X, whatever, I'm sure Justin would be getting some serious backlash because AEW fans think that Vince is clearly the devil and Tony is, he might as well be fucking St. Peter at the gate or something. I don't know. But yeah, he's essentially...
Mate, he shouldn't be getting backlash for... Yeah. He shouldn't be getting backlash for a comment like that.
Oh, no, but you know what the fan base is like. They are sweat hogs, remember? So, yeah, crybabies and whatever. A lot easier and cheaper to get tickets for AEW, yes. The Wembley has not sold very well, something that I had a little look at last night. Tickets, I mean, the worst tickets are obviously the cheapest ones, and they are, 25 quid or something like that. It's when you get further down into the deepest, darkest parts of Wembley. Some of those tickets they wanted like 1,500 quid for them. And people ripped into WWE for the Glasgow pricing. I haven't heard a single word on the pricing for AEW at Wembley. Not one. Even just a slightly further back, you're looking at 500 quid odd, for these tickets to, not ringside, not even close. Where's the outrage? Where's the outrage for that?
Well, my pal said that he got my pal that we went with last time. He said he got his ticket for AEW and he's got it for cheaper than he got last time, and he got it closer than he was last time for cheaper. So I think there are cheaper tickets, better tickets this time, but maybe certain other ones they're bumped up to cover those ones. You get what I mean? We were there on the day and we were looking on our phones and they were selling tickets for 3 quid.
Yeah.
Like people could buy a ticket for £3 on the day. £3.
I mean, that wouldn't even cover CM Punk's, underground fare, would it?
No. They did that brother wrong, man. They did that dude so wrong, right? You know what's funny? I've seen that meme of like him eating the donuts in Glasgow, right? And then him eating the cupcakes at AEW, right? And someone's put under there, it's like, fuck me, he looks so much better now. He looks so much sort of healthier now than he did back then. Like, you see what happens when you don't work with fucking children?
I think it bugs a lot of the fan base in AEW that he's thriving. He seems very happy where he is, and why shouldn't he? It's He's found another home. He didn't. He was sick of working with children, and he couldn't let Jack Perry get too close. But he's appreciated
in WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, the youngsters in WWE are actively going to him for advice. They're listening to him. He's helping them. He tried to do that in AEW. People in AEW have even said Punk was there giving advice to people, talking to people, trying to be that guy. But with people like fucking Jack Perry, it's just fucking, he's just an arrogant fucking nepo baby. You know, who thought he was better than everyone else. You can still see that, you know.
Oh, he's going to win the TNT title this weekend, isn't he?
I mean, there's a huge possibility.
Yeah, he's gonna win that ladder match for sure. And I mean, I think the Bucks now are ratings killers as well. I think they are beyond. I don't even think a run in WWE could save them at this point. I think they've got so much go away heat. I cannot.
Mate, the ratings,
watching them on my TV.
the ratings, and even the product in general since they aired that video, it's just fallen through the roof, fallen through the floor.
Yeah, I mean that airing that video was a massive mistake.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to your own TV show? But again, it's
because they were trying.
Why would you continue to allow the Bucks as much TV time as they give them, as they have? It's not working, and there could be some sense of they're building to something huge, but even if they were, they've already blown it. Who cares about what they did to Tony Khan on TV anymore? It's already forgotten.
Yeah, but that's they did that literally the next week. They blew it. They went out there. They were trying to heal him up or whatever. And then, but there was no build up. It was like literally next week he comes out, pretends to shake his hand and attacks him. That's it. Dead. Angle done. Gone. You got Tony Khan appearing on legitimate TV with a kayfabe fucking neck brace. The geezer's a fucking knob.
The draft, yeah.
Bruv, he turned up on the draft with a fucking kayfabe neck brace on. The geezer's a prick. He's a fucking knobhead.
I mean, what they've got the wild card for Jeff Jarrett, I think it is. Is it Jeff Jarrett is facing the wild card's going to be facing Jeff Jarrett in the Owen Hart Cup? The word on the street is it's going to be Hangman Adam Page. I think that's a terrible idea. I don't know what the Bucks and the elite thing is going to do, because Hangman Adam Page is a babyface. The minute they play that little guitar thing at the start, of his music, people are going to go nuts. You have to turn
hardcore country. They're going to play that.
Not quite, but yeah, you know what I mean. Like the minute they bring him out, people are going to go nuts for him, especially the hardcore fan base. They love Adam Page, but they're going to have to take that music away. They're going to have to strip back everything they love about Adam Page to turn him into a heel, which, I mean, I don't think it's doable. You'd have to give him, the Bucks have some really crappy sort of piano music now, don't they, as their entrance? I think, you'd have to give him that and dress him up in a suit and everything like that. He wouldn't be the jeans and the cowboy boots. You couldn't have him as everything that makes him Hangman. You'd have to take everything back if you're going to have him as a heel with the elite. And I really don't trust them to do it.
No, but they don't think about shit like that. They're not even going to think about shit like that.
I've overthought this. Yeah,
you've overthought it, because they tried to have Chris Jericho as a heel, and they still let him come out to his fucking song that everyone was singing along to. Yeah. The logic is not there. They don't. They're fucking idiots. Their wrestling mind is minuscule. They don't understand how to make a heel, how to make a baby face, how to build up them storylines. They don't have a clue, and why, if you've got such a massive baby face like that, why would you even want to turn him heel at this point? What's the point?
Yeah, maybe that is part of the problem. Maybe the part of the problem is that we care too much to overthink something like that and to make the show worth watching or even passable. Justin's right. The entire hostile takeover thing by the Bucks is dead in the water. Maybe they drew too many parallels to the NWO.
Yeah, we're taking over. You know what I mean? Or the BWO. Yeah.
And maybe people realize that they can't take Jack Perry seriously as a tough guy heel. As Jungle Boy, as a plucky babyface, he was fine. I always thought he was really good as that. He had a really great match against Kenny Omega. I thought, this Jungle Boy guy could really like leap out here, like, and make something of it. Now he looks like the guy from that 70s show, but skinnier. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's like sometimes them puny heels don't really work. You've got to.
They've got too many of them. They've got Adam Cole.
Yeah,
they've got too many puny heels.
Yeah,
there's only so much room for puny chicken, so many puny chicken shit heels. And Jack Perry's trying to pass himself off as a tough guy scapegoat, and scapegoating what? Because he got grabbed in a headlock by CM Punk, a guy who doesn't even work there. Fuck.
How can you call yourself the scapegoat because what he's ultimately saying is he was the one that got blamed for the whole Punk thing, right? He's the one that's been blamed for it. Hence the scapegoat.
He was
and they
blamed
sent him
and suspended, yeah.
Yeah, and suspended. But that was Punk got fired. What are you talking about? How can you be the scapegoat?
Even in the real world, yeah, like you're no longer a scapegoat if you're brought back to television and given the push and probably a championship. You're no longer a scapegoat. You're just a guy.
Of course not. You're just a fucking bellend.
Who knew, eh? Jack Perry, this unlikable. And yeah, he's now got the go away heat with the Bucks, and I think Okada is salvageable. I really do. There is something about him that makes me want to be able to watch more of his stuff. But I think Okada is a special attraction. He shouldn't be used every week in dumbass matches, and I think he should be a million miles away from things like blood and guts, which is what Justin's just mentioned. He shouldn't be anywhere near it. And for whatever reason, he is going to be in these things, and it's going to ruin the mystique of Okada, which is what they worried about WWE doing when they were negotiating. So, well done.
They would have done Okada so much better. We had this conversation when the time was where's he going to go? And we said that WWE would really, do Okada well. Heel Okada's been okay.
It's an agree to disagree, because I think some of the comedy stuff is like, he's essentially playing R-Truth in there.
Trying to.
Got comedy bits, getting cheers and stuff like that. You're a heel. You're not there to get cheered. You're there to fuck shit up.
Yeah, you're there to be hated. People should be booing you. And if they're not booing you and they don't hate your guts, then you're not doing a good job as a heel. If people aren't throwing empty cups of soda at you, you failed. He does need a manager. Do you know who he needs?
Well, this says he needs a manger, so it's almost Christmas, I suppose. So yeah.
Yeah, he needs me as a mouthpiece. He needs man. I've wanted to be a wrestling manager for many years. Even when I was training, I thought I would love to be a manager. And Bobby the Brain Heenan for me was that sort of. He was the guy, dude. And people like your Slicks, and Sensational Sherry, Colonel, the Colonel. These managers, just the ability to take someone who has everything that they need to be whatever they need to be, apart from that sort of that bridge to the fans, that being able to sort of articulate what they're about. And
the point on
can make a heel Okada. You can make a heel Okada. Just give him a heel manager that's going to be basically the general that is directing him. Even Phallus, even with Phallus, I know you're not a huge.
Don is very unlikable.
Yeah, of course he is. But if you put Okada with him straight away, that's fucking 50% of your job done straight away. They're just going to hate him through the alignment with him.
Yeah.
And then, you've got him chatting his shit and directing him to go and fucking batter people and do whatever he's doing, you know?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I think Callis would be a very easy option. Yeah, just to get some of that heat. Oh, here we go. Slammiversary 2008. Fucking hell,
dude! They've put it on YouTube. They've just put it on YouTube, right? I saw it come up the other day. I love the fucking TNA Impact YouTube channel. Fantastic. Yeah, I've got a few of them. I've got some of them on tape that I taped off Bravo.
Fucking hell. We need to, before we think about wrapping it up, I said it was going to be a bit of more of a power hour than anything else tonight. We need to talk about HMV, didn't we?
Yeah, bruv, it's funny. Yeah, I keep looking in every HMV that I go to, but they are dwindling down now.
The stocks are dwindling. For those that in the UK, especially for those that are very much into the physical media of wrestling, HMV are literally binning off their stock. They are getting rid of stuff for 99p a pop. And I mean, we've done all right out of it, haven't we? Yeah,
man. It's from anything from 99p to £1.50, £2, £1.99. They're selling their DVD stock off, the WWE DVD stock and the Blu-ray stock. And yeah, we've both been down there and had a little dig through and grabbed whatever was down there. Oh, nice. So they're on Amazon as well. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Callis family is pretty dead. Pairing them with the Carter would be leagues better. Yeah, I mean, I thought Callis did okay with Takeshita, especially around last year with was it All In? Like they came out, yeah, like, and that was, didn't he like pin Omega and stuff like that? It was I'm not a big Don Callis fan, I mean, everyone knows that I can't stand Evil Uno, but yeah, Callis is pretty close, along with Jericho. Jericho sucks, but yeah. And Best of SummerSlam on Amazon for 99p. Best of SummerSlam. I think I got the Best of SummerSlam from HMV for for the same price.
You know what they need to do? You know what they need to do with the Japanese wrestlers in AEW?
Go on.
They need to sort of bring them together under someone like fucking your Sonny Ono or something like that, and just say, look, we've had enough of how we're being treated in this company. We're taking over. We're literally going to come together and just wipe the floor with with all your best people. That's it.
Yeah. Justin doesn't want to get started on Jericho. Well, you don't want to sit under the learning tree of Chris Jericho, and Big Bill and all that. Oh, well, okay. Before we go, we do need to talk about we need to talk about it because it's not something that we've actually spoke about at all, Chris. It's the slight media digs now coming towards Ricky Starks. Now, I don't know if you saw this. I don't think I sent it to you.
I've seen it.
Ricky Starks is being dragged in the wrestling media for, one, allegedly starting a fight in a bar in Calgary and allegedly being arrested. Again, no mugshot, so not necessarily, we don't know if that's true or not. And also refusing to work with people in AEW. So I think it's a hit job on Ricky Starks before leaving. I do think he is probably 100% nailed on to join the WWE, NXT, wherever he's going to do it. But I do think, they've decided to go full shit rag on Ricky Starks before he bounces. And I think it's pretty disgusting.
Character. But AEW have got history doing this, dude. They've got history doing this. anyone that doesn't want to be involved or says anything, they just get shat on. Look what happened to Big Swole. You know, she was talking ages ago about what was going on, and then it all came out. Yeah, it was happening. Everlease or whatever her name is, she done the same thing.
Yeah.
They shat all over her. You know, Tony Khan turned around and said, "Oh, Big Swole weren't even that good a wrestler." You know, so shitting on this
pretty despicable.
It's fucking consistent. And this is what, you know, like I say, Tony Khan, when you've got a company full of people behaving like children and you've got the guy in charge with the mentality of a spoilt child, yeah, they're trying to drag Ricky through the mud.
Because character assassination, for sure.
Yeah, character assassination before he goes somewhere else. And he can be treated like, you know, how you know, but he's got his friend. I mean, he even got dragged when he went to WWE to watch it when Cody was there because they're friends, right? So
yes, they weren't thrilled about him. It wasn't. I can't imagine it was anyone. Yeah, any like officials from AEW, but no, the fans, you know, the diehard dicks, got very upset because Ricky Starks was in a box at WrestleMania, seeing his friend, you know, in the biggest wrestling moment of his career. Like, fucking hell, man. Like, these guys need to get a life. But
same thing wasn't said when, you know, you got Bailey and other people turning up to go and watch Sasha Banks. You know, they're oh yeah, no, that's great. You know, it's fucking horseshit, man. These people are fucking hypocrites, dude, and they make you sick.
Very disappointing to see. And one of the worst things about it is that a lot of the AEW, you know, the ones that hide behind a shitty profile pic of an AEW wrestler, have a stupid name, and maybe a few numbers here and there. It's those accounts that are, exactly. They're the ones that they were posting these things about Ricky Starks, and they were posting them as though they were factual.
Yeah.
No proof, nothing. It was just posting them, and that's where it you know, it bugged me in particular, so I had to write something about it. But they were posting as though they knew exactly what happened, exactly what was going down, that he's a troublemaker behind the scenes. He's, you know, all these problems. The same things they were saying about Ethan Page.
Yeah.
Before he left. And, you know, I don't know. It just pretty disgusting.
And these people are fucking morons. You know, they do it because they want to get in with people at AEW, or, you know, they want to be seen to be doing their bidding. Look, we're good little fucking. We'll parrot this shit like we know the truth around the matter when they don't know fuck all. You know, they literally don't know jack shit.
Yeah, really disappointing to see that sort of behavior.
Yeah,
but it's not uncommon and it's not that surprising. You know, not a great way to, you know, hit, you know, sort of roll towards the end of this. So before we say goodnight and farewell, is there anything you've got to? Oh, hang on, before we go, no, they are absolutely drinking the Kool-Aid. Arse clowns, clown shoes, all of those things.
That's right. Yeah, can we talk about Dom?
Anything you want to talk about, Dom?
Yeah, I want to talk about what's going on with the Judgment Day and what's going to happen when Rhea comes back. You know, because she's just got married.
She's gonna have herself a little honeymoon, I imagine.
You know, so, you know, there's real shit going. There's good stuff going on in other places. There's, you know, although a certain demographic won't admit it. You know, I'm really enjoying this stuff. Like, you know, with she's wearing his vest and that. And she's like, yeah, you can have it. And the whole segment with the text message as well. When he's there and he just goes, dude, look at this. And you've got fucking, you know, you've got Carlito with his eyes popped, you know. And you've got him like, oh, fucking hell, you know. Like, it's, Aaron's back.
Oh, Aaron is back. Didn't he say something about Baron Corbin last week?
Yeah, dude.
Aaron, thanks for jumping in. why do you hate Baron Corbin so much? Like, that's what we really need to know now.
That's right.
I don't think he would form a job squad. I think Baron Corbin deserves a push somewhere. I thought he did really well with the Wolf Dog stuff in NXT with Bron Breakker. I'm not sure where all this hate is coming from for Baron Corbin, but we would love to know. Of course, we would. I mean, I will say this about Baron Corbin: he is 10 times the man that Evil Uno is. So,
Man, I love the Job Squad. Remember the Job Squad, though, bro? You know what I mean? Like fucking Al Snow, and loved it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would love to know what the Baron Corbin hate is all about. But sorry, back to Dom Mysterio, Chris.
Yeah, I'm loving what's going on. So we're gonna see, and you even had R-Truth talking to her and going, I want to. She's like, yeah, I want to do something special for Dominic, and he still calls him Tom and Nick. He's still he's still calling him Tom and Nick Mysterio. And then when she's blagging a title shot, for him and all that sort of shit, it's yeah, man, it's just that is what wrestling is about. It is storylines backed up by the physical things. It's not, the wrestling backed up by the storylines. It's the storylines that are then progressing physically and then going back, and then that's how it should be. The whole AEW ethos of just have good matches sort of thing is proving now that we're seeing that don't get your viewers. It's not what people want to see. People want engaging, entertaining stories.
Baron Corbin should impersonate other wrestlers every week on SmackDown. Who did that? Was it the Big Show? Didn't he do that in 2000 or something? He was impersonating other wrestlers.
Every week.
1 week, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, could Corbin pull that off?
I'd say Goldust done it, didn't he? Goldust done it with a Rock, and that it was fun. Well. The Goldust version of the Rock was fucking fantastic. I love it. The whole eyebrow drawn on. We're going to the Wrestle Rave, yeah. And one of my ideas for a costume was going to be Goldust as the Rock. So
I mean, yeah.
I loved it. I fucking loved it. It was that whole thing when he was with Booker T. And they that promo where he's talking to Booker and then the Rock's behind him and he's like impersonating. He's like, and the Rock comes out and he's like, you drawing your little eyebrow on there, and you know what I mean. And it's just fantastic, just great stuff.
Do we believe the rumors that Dom's sister claims that he keeps up the Dom character off screen? What character?
That's just him, isn't it?
He did time, yeah. Like he was, he's deadbeat dad. He's just a convict now. He's just a bad man.
Ex-con Dom, bruv. That's why Liv. She likes the bad boys.
They all love Dom. They all love the super awesome mullet and Tash combo.
That's right.
Yeah, looking like Uncle Eddie more and more every week.
Yeah, or Daddy Eddie.
Well, he didn't get the contract at SummerSlam, did he? So
no,
yeah. He can't be Daddy Eddie.
That's right.
But sorry, yeah, Dom Mysterio. I've really been a fan of his trajectory, and he's just one of the best things to come out of what WWE has done over the last 2-3 years.
Yeah,
I mean, since the heel turn that we saw live,
since the kicking of the testicles. Yeah.
Yes. Give him credit, he's getting the rub in more than one.
I bet his new wife is loving it.
What, that he's portraying this like super sexy Lothario character, or even an understated one, because he doesn't really like. He doesn't
and
go
he's
out
getting
chasing it,
snogged
does
by
he?
Liv. No, he's getting snogged by Liv Morgan. It was Damien Sandow and Charlie Haas that were doing. Yeah,
I did forget that one. I did see an impersonation. I think it was it Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel as Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy. It was quite funny. It was. I saw that video the other day. Yeah, I might have to try and find it to put that up.
It's always funny when wrestlers. It's always funny when wrestlers impersonate other wrestlers. I find it quite, really good, funny.
I mean, is Liv Morgan just going to work her way through the Judgment Day?
Bro, she's coming like fucking, what's her name? Working her way through the locker room. JR's old ex.
Oh, Missy,
yeah. Missy Hyatt. She's coming, working her way through the locker room.
I mean, you got to stop when you start getting towards the commentators, though, don't you?
That's right.
Jesus Christ. This show always turns into fucking chaos towards the end, doesn't it?
It always descends into this, bro.
We'll start talking about bakeries again like last week in Canadian politics.
It's true. Where's Long and Hard Shaft? We're missing him this week, man.
Matt's been in the chat like the whole time, man. Why are you calling him that name like on screen? You know you don't like it.
You know, it's true.
Yeah, well, unless you've got something else to add, mate, like we should really think about getting off this.
I mean, there's
close
a few
to midnight.
things. Yeah, I mean, it is. There's a few things that have gone on in wrestling, but we've got the main, we've got the main bits.
We've got the meat and potatoes of it all.
So Medusa reveals AEW women's wrestlers refuse training sessions from her. You seen this?
Oh no, I haven't. But now we have to talk about it quickly. Go on.
Yeah. So, are you surprised about these allegations of AEW talent refusing to do training sessions? This is from Ringside News. Medusa reveals this. The culture there is, we know better. That's why we're signed to big money. We are the future. You're dinosaurs with an outdated look on wrestling. Meanwhile, it's not the wrestlers who dictate that. It's the fans. And the fans said, boo. So this is something that is now coming out that, like I say, there's a few things that have happened this week that I've missed out on, but this was one of them that is literally just coming out. It come out today that Medusa saying that, but we know this that a lot of the roster, I'm almost certain that's why Regal fucked off. Because
I imagine he wanted to go back anyway. I think there was always a.
I think he wanted to go back, but I think he would have hit that brick wall.
I think WWE originally getting rid of Regal was a power play by Vince and whoever else. I think it was.
Yeah.
It seemed it seemed very obvious that Triple H was consolidating his own power within the company and things were starting to make a move. So getting rid of Regal was, a way of saying I'm still in charge.
Yeah, but then the moment they could get Regal back, he was back.
Yeah.
It was, it was literally the moment they could get him, they're like, yeah, come back. He's gone. Basically, fucking come back. So, yeah, it's not the first time that we hear that AEW talent is not conducive to listening to the other generation of wrestlers. I think Cody hit that wall. Cody still was from the old school and a veteran in his own right. And I think that the culture that the Bucks create is like, we don't need to listen to no one. We are better than everybody else. We're the They think they're still fucking Generation Me, bro. They think they're still the young bucks.
I do understand a little bit of the we're doing it our way. But there will come a time where their way is just no longer viable as an act.
Right. If you're right, so if you're a footballer, okay, and you're playing football and you're in a training session, okay, you know, everybody shout out as well. Go and subscribe to Football with JB. Go and do that as soon as we finish. Go and fucking click the like, tap his bell, slap his bell. If you're a footballer and you are in a training session and you could be you could be fucking Mbappe, right? You could be fucking whoever, right? Say for example you're Mbappe and people think you're the fucking bee's knees or whatever, right? If Eric Cantona shows up, or fucking Didier Deschamps, or fucking, you know, whoever, are you going to just go, no, I don't need to listen to anything you got to tell me? Of course you're not.
You would take it or take some of it on board at least, not completely smash it off, which is what they've been doing with people like Arn Anderson and even Jake Roberts, you know.
Yeah. They've just been ignoring that. You've got to, you know, Bret Hart came out and said they didn't want me to train anybody or teach anyone anything. They wanted me to be an on-screen character. How are you going to have the excellence of execution? Yeah, called that for a reason, right? How are you going to have arguably one of the best workers in the business come into your company and offer you to do training sessions with your guys, and you go, "Now we just want you to be a fucking on-screen guy. We just want you to be a character. We want you to." I mean, come on. What kind of fucking...
I mean,
you know, that's like having Zidane turn up at your train.
Generation Me VP. I like that. That's very good.
Yeah, mate.
Also, in a really fucked up way, shout out to Inside the Ropes for their ridiculous comparisons of Bret Hart and Will Ospreay. I think that was a very embarrassing one for them. And you know, I'm a big fan of Inside the Ropes, but they did not get a good one there.
I mean, what were they trying to do? Shit on Bret, right?
I think it was an engagement move. They were trying to G people up, but a lot of people fell on the side of Bret. You will get the dorks that fall on the side of Will. But what do we think of Tottenham? Yeah, what we think of Tottenham. Yeah, shit. Too many egos not being checked.
Listen.
How many egos are there? Yeah. Go on, Chris.
There's too much pro-Arsenal propaganda on our Twitter anyway, Matthew. I've already said this. Yeah, Jordan, you know there's too much pro-Arsenal propaganda.
There is not enough. Too many egos not being checked is the comment. Yeah. And
that's true, 100, but it is because that has been cultivated though, hasn't it? That atmosphere of we don't need to listen to no one. Because Tony don't listen to no one. Tony does what Tony wants to do.
I mean, the people that are in the back with him now are certified yes men, aren't they?
Pay any attention to anyone, you know, then you know, he doesn't want to hear it. Anyone who knows more than he does about the wrestling business, people like your Bret Hart, your Jake the Snake Roberts, your fucking Double A's, you know, trying to help him out, he don't want to hear it. He's like, no, I don't need your help. Fucking ridiculous. Too many egos.
I mean, they could well get into Tony's supply. It was a stupid comparison, and I think people inside the ropes are smart enough to have learned their lesson on that one. I mean, it was I'm pretty sure it was an engagement sort of post. I just don't think it went down as well as they thought it was. You know, in their heads, they probably thought it was a massive hit, and then
flopped.
you know, people ridiculed, pretty hard. Yeah. Where do we go from here? Apart from, you know, if you are watching, for sweet Lord, thank you for watching. This is us live. Good God, what are you doing to yourselves? If you're doing all of that stuff to yourselves, hit the subscribe button as well. Hit the like button. You know, it's all good. It's all wonderful. We really do appreciate it. I know we were in the charts again. If you're listening, which, you know, for some reason we'll turn these into audios. If you're listening, thank you so much, Australia, Ireland, and all that stuff. But yeah, we can't thank you guys enough for being a part of this. And those that have joined us today, Matt, you know, Aaron, you're still there. Justin, amazing. You know, Bishop's been in. Who else has been in? Matt Lewis has been in the chat. Like, you know, we really appreciate all of the comments that we get, and it makes this show like a lot more fun to have comments to answer and questions to answer as well. JB, nice hat. Chris, nice shirt, but be careful what you wish for with that promo.
Don't worry, babes. I'm coming for you.
Oh yeah, please do give all the like, subscriptions, and bells and elbow. Don't drop an elbow on our bells. Fucking hell. That sounds frightening.
You seen
what are you trying to show us?
Sheldon with the AEW Championship belt.
Oh my God, they might as well put it on him at this point. Yeah, he is. He's
the real MVP.
Draw.
He's the real draw.
Oh man, Justin, we really do appreciate you coming through, man. It has been way too long, and eventually these live shows will have a guest or two, and I mean that will be fucking chaos. I'm almost certain. So, I guess for now, we say thank you, Chris.
Just a quick one. We still got the Euros going on, yeah. And my two shouts are still in with it. And I think my shout of Portugal or Belgium, I think Portugal really playing well. Belgium are sort of starting to turn it up a little bit. They're both in with a shout still. England playing on Sunday. So obviously being British, we got to mention the footy just quickly. So
we do. England have been fucking awful, like, in this tournament.
They've been the worst. They've been the worst.
Boring.
Yeah, they have. They've been the worst matches I've seen in the whole tournament, and I've watched almost every match. So fucking terrible.
It's been pretty. It's been
dry Vita, bruv.
So everyone that has been watching, stuck around, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Aaron, I really hope your Baron Corbin dreams come true and he starts impersonating other wrestlers on SmackDown. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but, you know, we live in hope. So for now, I'm JB. Next to me, the best Chris in all of wrestling podcasts, Mr. Chris Dredd. We say take care. We appreciate each and every one of you for dropping in. See you next time, guys.